the main thing for me is just keeping my faith, just having faith in God, so I don't need to be nervous or worry about any outcomes.
The Bible teaches that your body is an amazing gift from God. Use it well. And your mind is an amazing gift from God. And that's why the Bible goes after laziness as a sin.
Goals becoming you.
And contrary to a lot of over-spiritualized religion, the Bible teaches that your body is an amazing gift from God. Use it well. And your mind is an amazing gift from God. And that's why the Bible goes after laziness as a sin, because laziness is essentially saying, God, you have given me nothing of significance and importance. Therefore, I can fritter my life away being lazy, not developing my physical talents or my intellectual talents or my spiritual talents, because guess what? It really doesn't matter. And God says, no, you matter. I've given you talents. Now, they're dormant, a lot of them, so you got to develop them, which means you got to get up off your backside cliff and you got to start working. You got to develop your body, you got to develop your mind, and you got to develop a relationship with me.
I read an interview where you said that you read the Bible every night, and I just wondered if you were doing that out here and if you had a particular passage that was sort of inspiring you or helping you at the moment.
Yeah, I've been continuing to do that out here, read my Bible every night. For me, it's really important to obviously have the presence of God in me all the time, and it gives me more confidence, that God's plan is perfect, so I can go on the pitch and, know that God has my back. But the main thing for me is just keeping my faith, just having faith in God, so I don't need to be nervous or worry about any outcomes, because obviously it's my first World Cup. I can start worrying about different things and different outcomes, but instead I just choose to put my faith in God.
I thank God for correction. I even thank Him for hardship, because it shows me exactly where I am, where I was, and where I need to be. There are certain times when God has shown me, just be quiet. Because I started to feel like I always had to expound, and say something profound. And just stop thinking. Every time that God navigates my ship, there's nothing cerebral going on. There's very little, there's very little thought. It's almost as if I have the directions. Every time I try to do it myself, I'm conjuring up my own concoction and trying, it's a little more difficult to do it that way, because it takes a lot of thought, it takes a lot of energy. But it's like when I'm led, it kind of really is just, it's all there and it's clear.
So if you're young, just don't listen to people who haven't done what they're telling you about. It's always important to consider the source. If they tell you don't live your dream, check very carefully and see what dream it looked like they were living. All those people that 10 years ago were saying get a good job, those jobs are bankrupt. All the people that say you got to put your money in the bank, baby, that bank folded. The only thing that you can count on is your God and yourself.
So my first essential would be the Bible. Over the last 2 years, my religion has become very important in my life. Just understanding that I'm made in the image of God, and in a world where, you have a bad game and they're killing you on social media, or, confidence goes up and down, I can always come right here. This is like my peace. Just understand that I'm made in His image, and He's the only one who can really judge me. Growing up, like the verse that everybody got tattooed on was Philippians 4:13. I can do all through Christ who strengthens me. And I always believed in that, but I never read the Bible, so it's been important to me the last 2 years. I ain't go to church or nothing like that growing up, so when I got to the NBA, they do chapel before every game. So when 60's on the clock, there's always a meeting where both teams, coaches, everybody's welcome to come in and do like a 15-minute service. Harrison Barnes was my vet, and so I used to always go with him. And then when I got traded, just started going with Buddy, and now Buddy's gone, so it's really just me most of the time, and it's been really good for me.
If you had 5 minutes with Jesus Christ, what would you say to Him?
You can have 5 minutes with Jesus Christ at all times.